I've been fascinated by the invisible world of electromagnetic radiation for years, and what I'm about to share might change how you think about your devices. You see, we're constantly surrounded by radio frequency electromagnetic fields, or RFEMF for short. They're emitted by our phones, Wi-Fi routers, and pretty much any wireless device. Now you might be thinking, but Katie, we've been using these things for decades. Surely they're safe, right? Well, it turns out that the safety guidelines we've been relying on are seriously outdated. These guidelines only considered the heating effects of radiation on our tissues. But recent studies have shown that there's a lot more going on than just heating. So let's take a closer look at this. The Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, is still using safety guidelines from the 1990s. It's like, trying to regulate smartphones with rules made for rotary phones. Children are particularly vulnerable. Their skulls are thinner, allowing radiation to penetrate deeper into their developing brains. Now you might be wondering, is there any solid evidence for this? Well, let me tell you about the National Toxicology Program study. And what they found was frankly alarming. Clear evidence linking RF radiation to cancer, including malignant brain tumors and heart tumors in animal studies. Now, you'd think that with evidence like this, we'd be rushing to do more research and update our safety guidelines, right? Well, it's not that simple. There's another issue at play here: regulatory capture. Basically, the FCC, which is supposed to be regulating the wireless industry, has been heavily influenced by that very same industry. For example, Tom Wheeler, who used to head a major telecommunications lobbying group, was appointed as FCC chairman. There's actually some fascinating research showing potential therapeutic uses for RF EMF in treating diseases like cancer. The FDA recently approved a treatment called Therabionic that uses specific RF frequencies to treat liver cancer without thermal effects. So where does this leave us? We're surrounded by potentially harmful radiation, protected by outdated safety guidelines, and facing a lack of continued research and unbiased regulation. It's a pretty sobering situation. But there's good news. We're not powerless. We can take action. Use wired connections when possible. Keep your phone away from your body, and be especially mindful of children's exposure. Remember, it's not about fear. It's about being informed and taking sensible precautions. So, let's keep the conversation going, keep demanding answers, and keep pushing for science-based policies that truly protect public health.